Oh, just no. So just raise it.
Different
I consider homebrew monster based upon the Croods anime, the cartoon, the Croods. Just wait till you guys meet a Weracuda in the
Weracuda. Okay. I mean, everybody was here. Let's jump back in. Does anyone want to recap? I mean, you guys were all here. Everybody remembers.
Yep.
But
no recap needed unless y'all want one.
Calamity. Get you guys over here, and I will really, really try to pay attention to this map more. I keep getting pissed off when I go into editing. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, catch up.
That's okay. If we get a dedicated viewing, that's you viewers. We need more of you. Then we can start getting ads, and then we can hire a lackey to make sure. Just, all you do is control the map on the camera.
Yeah, no, really. I need. It's important.
So, if we're getting started,
yes,
this we can still see the guys fleeing off into the distance, or are they out of sight now?
Out of sight. They were on their last round. They or their turn. They bolted. They were at full dash. So they were hauling ass.
All right. Well, I guess with that, Mando will go check on his buds. Sees Gryke in not a good spot.
Yeah, Gryke is bruised, bloodied, breathing very heavily. Looks like coming down off the high off of one of his first rages in a wild shape, and he is not looking too good right now. He's just kind of squatted down, but he's also still large because of the effects of the potion.
That was amazing. I've never seen someone take so much punishment.
Gryke's like, neither have I. It felt
like that gif you sent in the chat. Neither have I. Just like laid out.
Oh boy.
Smiling with like all blood.
Yeah. It was fun.
Sorry, metagaming a little bit. And we said it last session, but was it 70 points total? It
was like 170 points of damage.
And that was with
it worked out to, I think you dealt like 160 over the course of it, so I took about 80.
It's still unfair. It's like still unfair. Like you should be dead. Like it's awesome. I think you're doing a much better job with your druid than I did in Josh's campaign a long time ago with Tyr'n.
Like back then you were like, I really want to talk this animal. I was like, all right, roll animal handling. And then he rolled poorly. It's like, God damn it, I'm a druid. I should be able to talk that.
Why even druid? You're still large.
Yeah.
Since you took that potion, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
Probably.
Did he take a potion?
It was the potion that made me large.
It's like 2 sessions ago.
Yeah. That's probably wearing off. That lasts for like an hour though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and technically we were
just been so much combat.
Yeah, so it's technically only been like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's.
You took that? Yeah, I was about to say. So, and that was back to back rounds. I think last.
Yeah. Gryke is definitely on an adrenaline high and shell shocked.
Shell shocked.
Now everyone else has to take the 1d4.
You just rest up, buddy. I'm gonna go search this building real quick.
Gryke just puts his thumbs up and lays back down. So
I'm gonna artificially create a beam. I cannot take psychic damage.
So Mando's gonna go over to the farmhouse to go search the farmhouse.
Okay. Woo. Okay. All right. So, is anyone going with Mando?
I could go.
I only ask because if we are all going, then we can actually switch to the part of the map that is properly scaled.
And even though Mr. Bizness isn't here, I'll ask him if he can go look after the hostage we have and make sure that he's still there.
Do you? Let me think, because I don't want to get this like. Okay, that's fine for now. I don't want to make a habit of just like being able to do that though. With
other people's characters.
Yeah, because like last time we just like finished the session. That's totally fine. But like, as long as he's not like contributing a ton to battle, maybe. Here we go.
No, I mean I'm just like for RP purposes going to go check up on that guy.
He might not be watching it, and if the dude escapes, Mr. Bizness was asleep. It happens.
So,
Here, just believe that's what he's going to do.
Yes, and oh shoot! Okay, I wonder if you guys will be able to hear this. No, never mind. I'm not going to try it, just in case it doesn't work. So, Mr. Bizness goes over to. He saunters over to the hostage, and Null, you had him. Where was that? It was like
over here.
It was right about here.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I just pinged over there. Yeah. Okay. So.
So I left the hostage. He's tied up to like the tree thing or whatever, but he's tied up still over there.
So who here has seen Reservoir Dogs?
Oh, it's been a while.
So very much like I think it's Mr. Blonde. So Mr. Bizness takes out his daggers and starts like really creepily going up to the hostage. And the hostage is bound with he's like, no. And Mr. Bizness said, don't worry. Me and this guy, we'll be fine over here. We'll be occupied. Stuck in the middle with you. So I'm gonna start doing a little shimmy in front of him. They're fine. Oh, I didn't move him. They're over here.
Why did you kill me?
Let's go.
The hand of God came down and just plucked Null from existence.
You have no soul. You die now.
And now Mando sees it coming for him.
And everybody's what's it called? Are up to date. Your HP and everything.
Yeah. I got a mark down here.
There's that one.
I actually did get hit. I got hit by that freaking giant one time. Took out half my HP. A third of my HP.
Yeah, had I made my character any differently, that probably would have been a party wipe.
So if we scoot over to the right half of this big map, it is like a cross section of the farmhouse, and this one's actually to scale.
Okay.
And now you guys are also to scale. So does everyone see their little guys over there? You look like.
I'm still seeing the big map on Roll20.
Just look to the right.
Oh.
So yeah, drag it over to all the way to the right,
That's
past what looks like the edge. It keeps going.
Yeah, there it is.
So you said this was scaled properly, right?
I think so. This part is, yeah.
Null's too fat to go up the stairs.
Gryke definitely is.
Like, what is even this thing over here? Is that a closet or a shelf?
Looks like a
It's
closet.
It's tiny.
We will find out. Okay, so the
Gryke is leaned against the well. Just
yeah, by the well, you guys come up there. You see a little bit past the well. There are double doors, like look like cellar doors on the north side, but the entrance to the farmhouse is right in front of you, next to the well. And there's like a little staircase going up, and then a few entrances here.
before we go in, Mando will pick up a rock off the ground, do a little pull out a little bead from his armor and stick it to the rock, and the rock lights up, and he's going to drop it down the well and watch as it falls.
That is awesome. Yeah, the rock falls down. It's like spinning. So it just lights the whole way down, and you see it go. It doesn't fall for too long. Probably 20 feet or so before bloop, and it's underwater now, and you can still see it. Fairly clear water, and the orb or the rock floats down. And it seems to rest. You can no longer make out that it's a rock, but you can still see the light source a bit. But it doesn't seem to be anything of interest.
Okay.
So, Null looks over the well at the rock going at it. And he's like, "You guys thirsty?"
Just making sure nothing's gonna pop out and get us from in there. But no. I pull out my water skin and take a swig and put it back.
It does appear clear. It is very clear water.
Null starts wandering around.
Okay. Does anybody want to roll to investigate or or do anything specific?
I am going to. Is this like if I'm looking at the house, is that like a porch that I'm looking at immediately?
Yeah, it's like a raised porch, and there don't appear to be any torches on the. I mean, there are torches on the outside, but they're not lit, and there's no light coming from the inside.
I'll just kind of take a look at the door, see if it looks forced. Is it currently closed, or are there any of the windows broken? Any signs of struggle?
Yeah, so actually, if you're looking up here, there are... So you're at the base of the stairs? You notice... Yeah. So you notice some scuff marks on the wooden stairs below you. Like everything around it seems to be pretty well maintained. Not new, but nice. But it seems like something like came bull in a china closet through here recently, like in an otherwise maintained area. And then if you're looking up to the top of the staircase, not the staircase, it's just a few steps. The door does seem to be right here. There's a door here. It seems to be slightly ajar.
I'll say something came through here pretty quickly, either in or out. Wonder if it was these orcs.
All wanders over.
Or potentially something bigger, and I look over my shoulder at Lub. Any signs of like damage to the roof or anything like up high?
Roll for investigation. And then are you standing pretty close to the... I'm assuming you would step back far enough to get a reasonable...
Yeah, I mean, I can back up.
View. That's great. So to where you can see the roof. So yeah, 19 for investigation. As soon as you step back from the porch down there, nothing on top of the roof. However, there are windows on the second floor, the upper level of the farmhouse, and I guess you guys are on the ground level, so I'll point kind of above where the cellar doors are. Above, on the floor above that, you notice something just faintly out of the corner of your eye, almost in the... Well, it's definitely in the window, but it darts from view just before you can make out what it is.
Are these
definitely something up there?
Are these white squares windows?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's someone in there. I saw movement.
Null looks in the direction of the window that Mando's looking at.
Gryke.
Oh, sorry. Gryke, are you still large? Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, Gryke's still large, so Gryke still breathing pretty heavily after what he's been through. He's like, I don't think I can go in, but...
Gryke, go stand up next to that window, and I point over there. Is Gryke tall enough that I could maybe crawl up his back up to the window?
Yes.
I was thinking Gryke help want somebody up, and then somebody else go through the door, pincer attack whoever's in there.
No, stay at the front door. I'll call out for help if I need it. Which window is it?
Is it the one above there, basically?
So this would actually be, I'll drag you guys to the top of the next one. Yeah. Even though you're, still on...
Okay.
Whatever. So Gryke's on ground level. And it was actually right here, this window here.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Map. I'm a map man.
I think if you control ping or alt ping, it will force people to force their screens to where you're pinging.
Shift.
That works. Yeah.
Shift. Suckers. Okay, cool. Yes. Are we trying to be stealthy at all? Never mind. It's too late. Okay.
Yeah, it's too late for that, it seems.
We never go stealth. We always go loud. Unless it's corn.
So, large turtle, Gryke. Kind of, what kind of shape are you in, Gryke? How are you physically moving over from the well to the window?
Definitely hobbling. Like 1 foot, using the staff mainly to walk forward, dragging a foot behind. Definitely blood dropping through as he takes each step. Has to pause about halfway there. Spits some blood out of his mouth, keeps going.
All right, and then Mando get up on there with his help. Easily, you guys make it up to the
Tag team it up to the window.
Window. Okay. All right. We're approaching.
I will peek inside, looking for the source of light.
Okay. All right. So you're peeking inside.
You're making me feel like I shouldn't, but I am.
Oh, it's okay.
Just a little peeky peek.
So you peek inside. And just out of view from the window are 3 orcs. So everybody roll for initiative. Like
they okay, orcs are doing a party inside.
Orcs are doing what? Their party?
They're having a party.
Oh yeah, orc party.
Awesome.
So they attack, or is there no RP moment?
There will be so these guys they knew you were coming, but they were still whispering to each other about what they should do. So they had their backs turned to the side, kind of. But then Mando's shiny head comes through, and they're kind of taken off guard. So all 3 of them, just surprise, and then there's just Mando's.
It's still nighttime, right?
Yes. So dark. It's dark, but.
Do you have any fire-based potions or anything? Just lob something there, set the whole building on fire.
Well, I guess I'll roll initiative since we've started that.
We can still RP. I think initiative just helps to
Determine the order of how it's all happening.
Yeah.
Don't keep. Yeah. They're not doing anything. Also, I didn't like you. there's many things you guys could have done that weren't go straight to the house and go inside and go to the there's like
That's his way of telling us that the
we're
well was a
punishment, Sean.
That's his way of telling us that there was dungeon.
Gryke can smell combat a mile away.
That's all right. I can tank.
There we go. Good.
I have a decent AC.
I've got a couple spell slots. So.
Oh yeah, heal yourself.
Yeah, I can. I can heal myself up. Or I can entangle all of them.
So Mando, you notice that everyone is armed, but they are not ready. Like they weren't poised for sure.
So it's like my surprise round?
Yes. Like imagine like in close quarters, you know how it's like hard to draw your weapon if someone's like right up on you? Like in martial arts movie where often they like stop you from like even taking it out of the sheath or whatever. So it's like kind of like that. So yeah, I'll let you have a surprise.
Okay. So in common, I will hold up my hands like this and say, wait. We found your friends outside. We just killed everybody. Hold on. And I'd like to try and persuade them to not attack us.
Gryke would like to help with this persuasion by repeating the same thing in orc.
I was about to say, you speak orc?
I do.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I said it in common.
Roll persuasion for sure. Roll persuasion. Mando, with advantage.
Ah, okay. Let me toggle that on.
Okay. So yes. I'm sorry. What you said? Wait. Wait.
We just killed all these people who, I'm assuming, killed your friends. I don't want to fight.
Two of them immediately draw their swords, but the third one, what's he got? Sorry, great axe. They all have great axes. Two of them are ready to attack. They don't want to hear anything. They just see a shiny helmet. They're just ready to attack. The third one reaches out with his axe, and he almost stops the one that's right in front of you from actually taking a swing at you. He groans or grunts, snorts. Let orcs go. Let orcs go. He like holds his axe up, like in defense, like not very confidently, just kind of like I'll use it if I have to posture.
As I keep my hands up. That's fine. It's safe now. We've killed everyone. We are great warriors.
I raise Mando up a little bit higher, make him seem like he's growing.
They jump back a little bit.
But I say, we talk. You leave after.
The one that's like kind of acting like he's in charge looks at the other two, and they don't really say anything. They just stare for a second, look at the other, make eye contact. He'll look back at you, and they kind of they don't put away their weapons at all, but they'll rest them a bit, not aiming for you, and they're not turning their backs to you. They're just gonna like slowly back away, on guard, back away from the window.
I'll climb down.
As you move from the window, you guys are like Mando's crawling down Gryke. You hear noises from the room you were in, but also Null on the closer to the entrance. You hear additional noises from inside, like more rustling around as several orcs appear to emerge from this house, and there are actually very not defensively, just very cautiously. You see 6 orcs file out of the house, and the way that they are handling themselves, their gear, and everything, it's just kind of careless with the banisters and stuff. You could probably tell it was them that did the damage on the way in. So they were going to, I guess they'll make their way out here and kind of stay huddled together, but they'll kind of. And the one that's pseudo in charge steps forward, and I guess he's kind of talking to Mando. And Mando, are you coming up there?
Yeah, I approach. I don't want to get too close to, maintain a safe bubble of space.
Two things real quick, Sean. You might want to move the camera down. That way, for the
Oh, God damn it.
And then
keyword Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Oklahoma, right? Bandicoot.
Yeah. Unfortunately, orcs are in Gryke's backstory, so can I roll perception to see if they're of the same clan that Gryke's out to get vengeance on?
Yes.
Orcs are also in my backstory.
Excellent.
Yes. Mando, you don't have to roll for history. These aren't Moesco orcs. These are the same group as the dead guys. Noises.
Gryke's kind of leaning against the house, feigning not weakness, but looking imposing behind a little distance.
For sure. Sorry, I metagame. I have to. The Gryke's backstory. Were they which orcs specifically, or all orcs, or?
It didn't specify, so that's kind of open-ended for you.
Okay. I will say that aside from just being orcs, they don't. I guess because of their precarious position that they have found themselves in, they are not as feisty, I guess, as ready to fight. I don't want to give too much away. We can RP this, so.
Okay, that's fine.
So Mando approaches and very openly, grabs his pack, reaches in, pulls out a flat disc of metal, and will just kind of wave his hand over it, and the image of Moesco will shine up in the little hologram that kind of slowly turns and say, Gryke, turn over to Gryke, please translate. This is Moesco.
Loud voice.
Yeah. This is Moesco. Do you know him and where I can find him?
You hear like Moesco, and I guess Moesco would sound the same in Orcish. We'll just say that. So he definitely picks up on what. He doesn't even need a translator for that. He heard you say Moesco, and he like grunts. Moesco, and you hear him like mumble some Orcish, which is more. And these other guys, they're kind of
channel your Azog.
Yeah, and then the orc speaks to, or through Gryke, I guess, whatever, and he knows that you're the translator, I guess. He will, he explains that, yes, we know of Moesco. He is an anchorite of Talos. We do not follow Talos. We were driven from our home, an Icespire Peak, by a dragon. And that's why we're here. Moesco is a dangerous fanatic. He has led many young orcs to their death, promising glory when all that he's doing is dark magic, practicing his dark magic. I don't want them to sound so smart. So like in a dumb way, they said those things.
So I hear that, and I say, I will kill Moesco. if you tell me where I can find him.
And then he'll tell. They say they share no love for Moesco, but why should they help you guys aside from? Well, why should they help?
Gryke just points his staff back at the murdered giant eviscerated ogres and goblins and just the general aftermath of what we just did. Doesn't he say, just points his staff.
So roll for intimidation.
Oh, I got
he's
one.
big. Like, is that intimidating enough?
Unfortunately, I have really bad charisma, so Gryke's probably going to mess this up.
Your size doesn't intimidate?
Oh ho ho!
Ooh.
A 17 with a -1. Heck yeah.
At disadvantage because you're bleeding all over the place, and you. I imagine you have like one eye swollen completely shut.
Well, I mean, between me speaking with him, I don't know if I didn't say I was helping him. So never mind.
So my point was Gryke's like being beaten to shit. So I wanted him to like so when you do your gesture, you kind of lose balance on your staff, and a lot of blood just. It almost looks like you were like Johnny Appleseed with blood, though.
So I guess as that's happening, I say, look, we fight hard. We will take care of him for you. And we will limit any bloodshed it takes to get to him. He's a thorn in your side, and we will remove it, so that your young orcs may rejoin your clans and not be swayed by these dark magics.
And he'll get defensive, and he says, like, although, yes, Moesco is an enemy, he cares more about food right now. What can you help his people with food?
Gryke casts Goodberry.
Okay.
And tosses some good berries. Let's see how many. How many is it?
One good berry.
One good berry. There you go. Is it one? Let's see. Yeah. Wait. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Up to 10 berries. Up to.
Yeah, you can get 10 berries, basically. No reason not to.
Okay. I'll make 6. And toss 6 berries.
Make 10 so we can heal too.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Might as well make the 10.
I throw out of a patch of watermelon seeds. So, in the dirt, or well, is it grass, dirt, or stone? What are we sitting on?
This would be more trodden down, not very nice grass, not like the field. The fields are well maintained, and the gardens are very nice over there. But this is more like, I'm imagining like, dogs on a leash, just like fighting over scraps, and it's just mostly dirt closer to the house.
Yeah, so Null bends down and uses his hands, digs a couple inches worth of soil out for a little hole, rows a couple of watermelon seeds, and uses Druidcraft to grow them.
Oh yeah.
Well, Mando will just take his hand and point over to the other side of the farmhouse and say, there's 2 big birds over there you can cook.
Sure.
And Gryke, I'm assuming you just translate as he's talking. Birds, and so the big one's like birds, and he'll look back at his orc friend, and they look around. You see 2 of them kind of start. They'll peel off, and so you can see their guards down now. Not down, but like their demeanor is more relaxed, and a couple of them will go to investigate the bird situation.
Even enemies can share a meal together.
Yes. We'll just say they're out. We'll just put them slightly off the map. And so they all got good berries, and so they all, Uganda. So he thanks you.
Did each of us get a good berry, or just the orcs?
I had 10, so yeah, each of the orc got one. Null and Mando each get one. And
So,
Gryke's gonna eat 2. You get 1 HP for each one, but it gives you enough nourishment to last a day.
Yeah.
So I only get 1 HP.
Yes.
I am now 13.
Let me heal my 2 HP. Yeah.
All right. Did he reveal the location of Moesco after the food?
So as you guys are, he's enjoying his good berry, and
Gryke notices the orcs aren't interested in the watermelon, but Gryke is, so he's gonna go eat the watermelon that Null grew.
I mean, food for everybody, right?
Yeah. Gryke's hungry.
I mean, obviously Null doesn't have too much experience with orcs.
fire. Oh, isn't there like little things I can drop? Perfect. Idiot. Love you. Good night.
Good night.
Love you too.
In between.
Night.
Yeah. So the orc. Love you. Good night. No. Now the main orc that has been dealing with Mando as the main point of contact. He's going to fully drop his guard and start preparing a fire here because so you're asking about Moesco and Moesco need Bob. So mid conversation about Moesco, he just starts preparing a fire with like there was already things laying around for this to happen. Like it's a I want to put it like right next to the well just for
like the banister they broke on their way out.
yeah, perfect. Yeah, plenty of firewood. So starts making a fire there, and Mando as he gets the fire going. But this probably takes about 5 minutes. Gryke, are there any like potions you can, or any? Does anybody?
At the end of the day, Gryke doesn't accept material things. So anything that he's been given, he's typically given to another party member.
Nice.
Also, anytime we've done like rooms or anything, Gryke just assumes people he doesn't know how payment works because he's never had to deal with that. So he just stays places and eats and then leaves.
It's been working out so far.
It's worked out so far.
We'll work for room and board.
So Mando, he makes the fire and then he starts drawing in the dirt, and he's explaining. It looks a crude coast, the Sword Coast. He draws a little bit there, and he'll make some references to some landmarks that, unlike probably some commoners, if you were talking to other travelers, they would probably use you get to Waterdeep and then you go north for 14 miles and then you hit whatever. But they're using more like you'll hear things like the cliffs of Ochnach and the as soon as 3 days past the tail of Wifnach, and so it's very crude. So
were we provided a map at all?
Exactly. So he's pretty much drawing you a map right now. Well,
I mean, like in our travels so far, I thought we got a map of some sort.
You did. From where, I don't know. Well, I think it was in the caravan.
Yeah, I think so.
Lady Dara or somebody, or the elven elder, maybe. Give a map. So, but anyway. So, and if you wanted to pull that out and assist him, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, of course."
As he does that, I kind of am looking at a map and I'm looking at his drawing on the ground. I point
compare
at where he's pointing at, and then I come point at my map. Same.
Yes. So
I don't give him the map though. I hold on to the map.
Gryke's gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word on himself real quick, and I imagine the potion's wearing off too now.
Healing Word.
Yeah. Ooh, for 7. Cool.
Nice. Potion.
Okay. Greg looks a lot less bloody now. Still
All
good,
right.
but not bloody.
So I'm sorry, not Moesco. This orc gentleman is showing you what looks to be the. I mean, it matches up. It's the Tribord Trail. You can tell easily because where you guys are in relation right now. Sure enough, Connieberry, and you pass Fandolin. You'll see that on his real crude sketch, and then it looks like he marks a place on the coast, like right on the coast, that is almost as if the Tribord Trail kept going all the way to the coast. But right now, you know, it T-bones into the high road. So this is kind of your characters all were on the high road and then Tribord Trail. That you know of, there is not a clear path that leads directly from the high road to where this orc is indicating. Other than that, so that's the only thing that looks off, is that you don't expect anything to be there from what you're used to seeing maps and your travels.
Okay. Do we have like a map handout in Roll20?
Yeah.
That
And
we
he
can
calls it
indicate on it?
He calls it the Tower of Storms.
Okay.
And then I can drag you guys to the map. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa. Okay, cool. And
You said Moesco was a religious fanatic of Torm?
Talos.
Oh, Talos.
So on your map here, a new location is unlocked. Dun, 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 dun. Tower of Storms.
Now bought the DLC for the next location.
Mm-hmm.
On the coast. Got it.
And he warns, as he's kind of poking the fire, he's kind of giving some war stories. Mando, he recounts how his brother was won over by the fanatic cultist of. He lost his brother to the cult, and again, like, he didn't share any love. Any orc pride that he would have that's all gone. Like, there is no, and he shares that, like, and all the orcs agree, like these orcs, that Moesco is an enemy to both of you, both parties.
So as he says, he uses the word cult or some synonym of cult, and shows that this is on the coast. And Mando, you speak of a cult. Is this a cult of an element? Is it water? Is it a water elemental cult? We have seen cultists, and you believe you were attacked by such kinds of cultists.
He'll like talk to the other orcs, and the other orc kind of they chuckle a little bit, and he'll correct you politely. He's like, we weren't, our people weren't killed by those cultists, and he like gestures toward the humans. He'd be like, them? He's like, them? Talking to the humans, he's like, no, they were not the ones who attacked us. We were attacked by, and he doesn't have the words quite to describe, but he'll say, loud light. Men came, loud light, and they killed my people immediately. So I'm trying to like not say it too much, but like you get the idea. He's talking about the translucents.
Okay, so you say the giant pink ones with the little magic man.
Yes, the flesh glow man. Yes, scary, bad. But no, and they kind of laughs at we kill them. It's not a problem, but the other, yeah. But no, Talos different. These are men, and he points to the cultists again on the ground. Moesco only recruit orc, and Talos, god of bad storm, bad weather. Different from man cult.
I see. Well, there seems to be a lot of cults afoot lately, causing a lot of trouble. I will warn you that these wild lands are becoming more tame. You may want to be careful where you decide to settle, or more people may come.
And Gryke, you're translating still?
Yes.
So he gets not mad at you, but he stands up and he'll throw something into throw that he's been poking the fire with a stick, and he'll throw that stick into the fire, and it causes the embers to flare up loud, and a couple of his guys actually jump back, and because they didn't expect him to do that. And very dramatically, like a soap opera way, he's like, "We did have a home.
It was the best home.
We did have a home, an abandoned fortress in the mountain. The gods damned us with dragon. White dragon comes, takes our home to eat my family, and they drive us from our home. We don't
this
want
dragon?
to be here, but don't have anywhere else to go."
I am friends with a strong party of adventurers who may be able to assist you with this dragon. If you let us know where it is, maybe we can at some point go collaborate in its removal.
He'll look back at his people. He doesn't get their approval or anything. He'll just look back at them kind of ceremoniously or symbolically, and he looks back at you. "What's your name? Who are you?" And he kind of gestures at all of you, like, who are you?
I'll say I am Mando.
I am.
Mando. Mando. I'm Grunk.
Grunk, I'm Gryke.
Gryke. Grunk.
Grunk.
He doesn't want to give the other names.
I said I am friends with
if we
powerful people, and we may collaborate
Yes.
on the removal of this dragon if you tell us where it is.
Oh yes, we have their business card. The Furious Five.
Furious 5. And he'll say Furious 5, and all the orcs are like, so again, he kind of addresses his crude map on the ground again, and will motion toward the mountains just east of Finland. And let me and he draws a triangle that looks like a peak at a certain point in the mountains, and he indicates this peak as the former home of the orcs. Icespire Peak, the abandoned dwarven fortress.
Are we ready to take on a dragon?
We're level 3. We'll be all right. No one rest. Let's just muscle ahead.
You know what? I agree. You should go.
We should know of its whereabouts so that we can avoid it if we need to,
Yeah.
and later kill it.
Because my level 6 party got crushed by a red dragon a couple weeks back. So,
And he'll kind of draw a little crude dragon figure. You can tell just like there's wings and whatever. It's like a child. It's like a child would draw. It's okay. And he indicates. He'll say, Eisendraug. He names the dragon.
Eisendraug.
Dragon name. Eisendraug. I just put it in the chat.
Eisendraug. Sounds fearsome to have driven you from your home. Where, when the time is right, can we seek you out to go retake your lands? I'll say this farm seems a good enough spot if you... The former owners seem to have seem to not be around. There's a farm for food, ample space for you to build new homes, even though this is not your preferred scenery.
Well, and he'll, you know what? Yes, we did find. I'm changing this. Okay. We changed a lot this session. It's okay. The main orc will say, yes, I will go back to the last place I knew my people were, where this hunting party separated. We were in the forest, near here, in Neverwinter Wood, in the eastern section of Neverwinter Wood, just before it ends and the Star Metal Hills begin. We have an outpost, a temporary outpost, but your words are wise today, and he kind of surveys around. I don't know if we'll be safe from the pink. What did you say earlier? Pink. He'll use whatever your word you said.
I said purple.
Purple. So he'll say purple. He'll use your words. We don't know if we're safe, but we're not safe anywhere anymore. So, and he looks around at the. I'm giving the orcs like more status. I kind of want them to be better though.
Oh, see, Gryke was about to tell him to gather all of them and get ready, because whenever they're ready, we're going to come get them to help us to take back their home and use them as cannon fodder, basically.
A cannon fodder. Yeah, take the trebuchet idea, but orcs.
I mean, give us a few weeks. I'm sure there'll be at least a couple hundred. Then we just send our army of orcs after the dragon. Sean's like, well, there went my action economy.
So yeah, if you guys are trying to sell this idea, they're definitely on board. Orcs together, strong.
First the dragon, then Moresco.
Yeah. So okay, so
yeah, I mean that's basically what I'm pitching is gather up your people. We kill Moesco. Tell them where they can find the right path again back to reclaiming their home to gather an army.
And we can put in a good word with the Lord's Alliance, like, hey, these are our orcs. Don't hurt them. Butterskull Ranch belongs to the orcs right now. It's an anti.
Yeah, they're way off in Butterskull Ranch. That's far away. It's way out of the way.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be worth. I feel like we could sell it.
I look over to Gryke and Null. Is there anything that you wish to say or talk about? Do we want to begin our travels? Stay the night?
Do we feel like we should stay the night?
Yeah, Gryke really likes, I could use a night's rest.
I mean, do we want to, like, sleep with the orcs? You know what I mean?
No, I'm okay. I mean, if that's your preference, go ahead.
I don't know. See, part of me is like, don't let them out of the sight, and the other part's like, all right, we said what we need to say. Let's get away and then make camp.
Yeah, let's go find somewhere safe that we know we're not going to get our throats slit in the night.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've got me around. This is Null saying. You've got me around, and I don't sleep.
Sentry.
So I keep an eye out.
Yeah. I think I'd rather have
I'd rather have you as a sentry with no one else around for you to not see anyone.
Yeah. I'd rather not have to get woken up.
So I will, give him, like extend my arm out to give one of the, forearm arm grab.
Yeah.
It is done. We will leave you to bury your dead. Eat your birds. And I will, in the same way that I did with the disc, I will reach in my pack, pull out another similar disc, except this time create the image of our party as a means of helping them to remember who we are. If we, socialize I say, this is us. Give it to him. Show your people who we are and what we plan on doing.
And I like to imagine. Can it animate?
It'll like spin, slow. Like
okay. I imagine
it's just a hologram.
In the Avengers, where they first all in New York City, crowding the cameras, like going around them.
Yeah, we're all like.
Bah, 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 bah.
Noel's in a 3-point stance.
Yeah. Yeah,
Gryke is basically doing the Hulk like.
Yes,
but turning in midway into a bear.
And I've got the Iron Man like.
Yeah,
but it's my gun.
Yes. He looks at it. He's like, "This is awesome."
No, I just be like Vision floating off the ground a little bit with a cape waving.
Yes.
Gryke grabs the orc's forearm as well and pulls him in close, but whispers in his ear, Orcish, "Does the Emerald Enclave mean anything to you? Or Shaman?"
Shaman?
Yes, he says that he whispers that to the orc in his ear. In Orcish.
So he responds, Emerald Enclave, yes, sometimes bad, sometimes good. So, sorry. Yes. Grunk no Emerald Enclave. Sometimes friends, sometimes foe. Very formidable. There's a story of you say shaman. We mentioned shaman. Orc shaman?
No, there's a shaman. It's a druid of the Emerald Enclave.
Druid shaman, Emerald Enclave? What name?
Elder Shaman.
No.
No. That's okay.
No, Elder Shaman.
If
Grunk,
you
remember one time he was saved. Kivan. Elf man named Kivan. But no shaman. Sorry. And he'll kind of like, and one more thing to Gryke and Mando. Well, all y'all. He'll gesture back to his map there, and on the map where Connieberry is or was, and you guys know Connieberry is a abandoned or long since it's a ruined town. Nothing of interest there. He points at it and kind of stresses. Is this doing a thing there? Connieberry? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna string it up.
Move it up to Connieberry. Yeah.
Sorry. So imagine this is in the dirt and his drawings, whatever. Connieberry, dangerous, danger, Connieberry, scary. Scary. Nighttime scary.
Don't you go there at night.
Okay.
Oh, no, Connieberry. The other orcs. Oh, you see one of them kind of. Oh, no.
Okay.
So
That's
thank
all.
you.
That's all. He didn't go into detail there.
Okay. Well, I kind of gesture to the group. Anything else? Or are we ready to leave?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
I'm good to go.
Well, I'll before we leave, I want to go over to that hippogriff. There was a hippogriff that someone was writing.
Let me move the thing back.
And
Okay.
Is there any besides its head, which I'm sure is very big, is there any piece of it that looks able? I guess it would be simple to get a trophy of it, like a hippogriff claw or the beak itself or something like that.
Yes, can we tear this creature apart?
Can I just do a nature or medicine check to determine what piece of it seems most valuable?
Yeah, go for it.
It's definitely the phallus.
Either medicine or it'll be the same maybe, but investigation, medicine. The phallus.
Investigation's fair for me, so I'll go with that.
It looks. The head is fairly intact. So there's a bunch of parts that you're looking at. The wings, maybe they're different color than another giant bird would be, but really the only thing that's really going to sell this as a hippogriff the head is it's still good shape, really good shape.
I don't have. All I have is a little dagger. Does anyone have something larger?
I have a scimitar. Will that help?
Yeah.
That'll probably do it.
I start, I guess, carving off the head.
Nice. So yeah, without too much effort, you're able to wriggle that hippogriff head off.
So I'll do that, and then I'll also on the wings chop off one wing and just kind of hold onto it to drag, because later I want to harvest its flight feathers and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah, and I'll say that when you're handling the wing, it seems way lighter than it might look. And the feathers seem super strong and cool. Anything
So I have a
else?
hippogriff head and a hippogriff wing.
You guys got Dead giant.
Did anyone search that giant?
Nope.
I don't think we've searched anything.
Nope.
All right, so we're on a big looting spree in the cornfields.
I was about to say, when you guys were like, all right, let's get out of here and go camp. I'm like, okay, cool. Just leave all the loot.
Yeah, there's like an acre of scattered viscera and different creatures. Destruction.
Well, yeah. So I guess I start with the hippogriff, but I will make my way to all the cultists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to split up at all, and you guys go to the hobgoblins and trolls.
Yeah, I kind of want to go search around here for the giant.
Don't loot the orcs.
Are those the orcs still?
There are
Okay,
orcs
yeah.
next to the giant. Yeah.
Yeah. So giant guy, and then like there's all little things that are around. I want to go loot.
And you guys are all going to be really big for this. So. Everybody's huge.
Yeah.
So Mando's over here. Hippogriff, Null. Null, what were you doing?
Somewhere over here looting the big guy and some of these non-orc fellas.
I can go up here and just kind of poke around the cultist and the other flying things. Ooh.
All right. Mando, you're able to get the hippogriff head and wing. Null, if you're investigating the giant, you notice... Did we end with his ass still in the air? Or
I believe so.
I think so.
I would think so. I don't think there was any description otherwise.
Not a lot of dignity for Lob.
No.
Poor guy.
Eaten half to death, just stuck in the muck of the pond, just ass kind of floating, missing a leg, and
Didn't have a chance. I want to do like a whole RP, just a whole session of like Lob's life.
Lob's life now on CBS.
I don't know what happened. I got out of the pond and I got attacked by a bear bigger than me.
He's in giant afterlife. They're like, what level was the party? 3.
I swear to God, the bear was this big.
No,
He's not.
Okay.
He's not in the giant Valhalla.
no, that wasn't an honorable death. He's in.
Noel, go ahead and roll investigation.
Okay, I'm going to do something. So
Don't forget to search the prison wall.
that's a 17.
So there's a bag that's almost, well, no, it's a little bit bigger than yourself. That is like his little fanny pack. And it's on his, it's kind of half submerged in the water, half out. And once you realize that's pretty much the only thing that he could be carrying.
What's in the bag?
So you loosen the rope and peek inside, and you find a newly dead cow.
About lunch.
With what's it called? What's that called? Oh, cowbell, idiot. The cowbell around its neck, and
Please tell me it's a handful of corn stalks.
what's it called? A name tag around this particular cow that says Petunia.
Oh.
And then if you keep digging, I don't know. I guess behind Petunia, you see you're kind of caught off guard because you're as soon as like you were investigating the name tag, because it like, I don't know, the moonlight caught your eye or something, so you grabbed the name tag. But as you reach for that, you notice that there's a hand also in there. Like it startles you for a second until you realize that it's just a dead hand. There's you notice there's a ring on the hand, and it looks like it has like a a star, like it might be a law enforcement type of star or something.
Do I recognize what the hand is from?
You don't, but it is human.
I grab ring.
Okay, you want to pull the ring off, or like?
I want to pull the ring off.
Nice. So you get the ring with a little bit of effort, and it does not like the hand doesn't budge. This cow, I guess, is wedging this body. The bodies are stuffed in there together. So you pull the ring off.
Can
easily.
I pull the hand out and then pull the ring off?
If you try to pull the hand, it won't give, but you could, try to pull it off.
I would like to try to pull the hand off.
Yeah, strength check to disarm the.
Dislodge the cow.
Yeah. So you get the ring, and it's fairly bloody. So you would have to wash it off a bit if you wanted a better
just
look.
dunk it in the water.
It's a Warforged. What's he care? He doesn't have to.
Right? I dunk it because I want to.
Free lubricant.
Right.
Just inserts it into his mouth, and little bristles come down. Clean it all up.
Nice. You notice that there is, like I said, a star looking kind of like like it might be law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
And then around the star is what looks to be a crown symbol. Well, we don't have to do that. You guys would know, you would recognize this from earlier in the meeting with the believers.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the gentleman. Oh, and I need a gender swap also. I need to retcon something. There was a lady in that group, and I manified her.
You don't know how she identifies.
Should just be referred to as they.
Yeah.
They, them.
Nestra Ruthiol. Nestra Ruthiol from the Believers earlier was of the Lord's Alliance, and you recognize the insignia on this ring as the same that he was. He didn't. He also had a ring, but he was also decked out in several pieces that carried this logo. So
But okay.
So Lord's Alliance.
Mm-hmm. I hold up the ring and well, actually, who's near me? Is anyone near to see?
I'm on the other side of the farmhouse. Mando would
Okay.
probably be the best one to see you.
10, 20, 30.
I don't know how long it takes me to do the head and wing before I would notice that he's gesturing for me or anything.
I would say you guys probably take an equal amount of time. If he's, well, the hippogriff would take longer. You're actually kind of through. He's just finding stuff. So no, unless you're like speaking up, I don't know.
No, I look around to see if there's anyone, but then I pocket the ring. I don't think I could carry the bag with me. Is there anything else of note in there besides the dead bodies?
Aside from the cow and the human body, you don't find anything. There's nothing else much that could fit in this little thing here. So you'll notice some like half-eaten bread loaves, like sour. It's just food, mostly bad food. Yeah, nothing of note.
What about the other little guys that are around? So like this guy or like this guy?
Yeah. For each goblin, we find 10 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Each goblin would have 10 silver on them. So if anyone, let's see. The orcs, I'll say, are being handled like by their own people now. So they're kind of like doing their own like burial ritual. So I can take them.
How many
off.
goblins were there total? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 ogre.
And on the ogre, yes. So like 1, 2.
Well, we're not looting the ogres, right? Out of respect.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No. Not there's the ogre, and then there's orcs.
Okay, the orcs. The ogre
The ogre, there was a big guy with the trebuchet on him.
Yeah. Okay.
That we can loot.
Can we loot? Wait, you want to take the trebuchet?
I mean, that's not a bad idea, but
I mean,
I want to check the ogre too.
Yeah.
I'm over here at the wing.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
I'll allow it. Here, just carry this fucking trebuchet over.
Has Mr. Business killed our hostage?
No, he just took an ear off.
Okay, cool.
I think we could mount that trebuchet to Gryke's shell.
I mean, probably.
I am a war turtle.
I was about to say Blastoise.
Let me just back into Artificer.
For real. Like Artificer dip or
We'll just modify it to, shoot, me or Mando up in the air so we can stab things.
Screw it, I'll just end up taking 2 to 3 levels on everything.
Yeah.
I saw some crazy build one time where they ended up having most cantrips, I think.
Yeah.
Just because they had so many classes stacked.
Can you actually do that? Can you actually take a class or a level of every single class in D&D?
If you meet the prerequisites to multi-class, yes.
It was on a D&D Beyond. It was one of their people did it as a video, so they have to follow the rules. So I have to imagine it was probably accurate. But I'm like, why?
They're a sorcerer, a warlock, a druid, a bard.
Some of them stack. Some of them you have to be really mad dependent. So if you don't have a lot of good stats, you can't do it. Most of them
end up probably not being able to do like any one cool thing. Just a bunch of little cool things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you said on all the goblins, there's 10 silver. Anything else?
They have weapons, but they're not super nice weapons. The scimitars that they wield they're dull and pretty kind of crude, not very. You could try to
Not worth lugging around.
Not worth lugging around, exactly. Rusty a little bit. Now the ogre, just because it's awesome. The trebuchet is perfectly intact. And on he also has like a coin purse type deal, and he'll have 10 gold on the ogre. So he had 10 silver per goblin and 10 gold for ogre man, and then the rest fled except one.
Except the one hobber.
Bugbear. Yeah, there's one guy.
Yeah, bugbear.
There's one guy headless out in the pasture.
I'll put him back.
What'd the harpies have? Or whatever these big other
Yeah, there were, I guess, a couple of cultists and the big birds.
Oh, dang it. I just...
Control Z.
Oh, boy.
Control Z.
I did, but it... hold on. Layer map. Okay. This has been a journey. Okay, layer token. Jesus Christ. Bugbear. Just to get a bugbear on the map. Okay. Okay. And it wasn't even showing over here. Of course. So really far out there. 120 feet from wherever Mando was at that one point. That was so cool, the long distance shot. So yeah, if we were to venture over there. Bugbear. So, real quick, let me check that. So the bugbear does have something. He also has 10 gold. Sorry, 10 gold on the bugbear. And his morning star actually looks pretty decent. Like, might be worth selling or keeping.
Who's near it? Is Mando the one that's looting that?
At this point, I'm assuming we're just all meandering around, and we'll eventually pile it all back up and take inventory.
Yeah, I would imagine we're now like sifting through the pile of everything we got and going over who got what.
Yeah, I don't know. They were RPing, going around everywhere.
Well, if we're all together, then I'll pull out the pocketed ring I have and show it and be like, I found this.
Have we done the cultists yet?
The cultists, I think. Did you not have a minute to look at them?
We pretty much immediately.
Okay.
Because we ended that session hearing the snoring of like waking up, and then we immediately went and investigated that.
So if you were to investigate the air cultists, you will notice like an awkward lack of effects. Like no, they have almost nothing on them. Like nothing that would tie them to any kind of identification. They have the very raggedy clothes on them, and that's pretty much it. And their weapons, not even a copper, like literally nothing.
Which were their weapons, or daggers or swords?
So
I felt like I got a lot of daggers thrown at me.
Yeah,
just daggers. Yeah. They would have, so if one of you got hit with one, then you could like survey the battle scene again, and if you were to find a couple, sure, they are daggers, but they're kind of like makeshift daggers, and they all have the symbol of the Howling Hatred, the cult of the Howling Hatred, on the hilt, many times over. Like it's almost like obsessively carved into it, not in a fancy way, more of like an OCD way, like in a picnic table.
Okay.
How do you carve things? Okay.
In the hilt, not at.
No, OCD carving. I don't understand. Okay.
Okay, so now we're. I assume we're gonna take this cultist with us and go somewhere else to review our loot. So
Yeah,
doing it in front of the orcs.
Yep. And Gryke looks around. I don't know about you guys. I'm not carrying him. Can we drag him?
I mean, we can make him walk.
Could. I don't know if we want to loosen him up that much. I feel like a couple miles getting drugged behind will loosen some lips.
Or tire us out.
We're going to sleep.
Do you want to drag? I mean, it sounds like you're volunteering to drag the guy.
I mean, yeah, Gryke will drag him. I'm not afraid.
Gryke's gonna drag this bitch.
Just to drag this bitch. Dude's we're gonna hog time and drag him.
Oh, Mr. Bizness, where'd you go? We lost you.
Oh, you were playing with the ear. Oh, yep, cat things. Mr. Bizness.
Yes, this Howling Hatred initiate. You can tell he's young, not a child. I mean, he's a young man, but and although he is clearly defeated, and he did surrender, and he's seen quite a show since surrendering. You guys fighting all the goblins and everything. So he's kind of still defiant, but almost in like a autopilot kind of way, like all for show. Like you can tell even he's not that into it. But that kind of like big chest out, kind of like 19-year-old bro kind of vibe. I did.
All right, settle down. Let me show you some old man strength.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna whack you with my staff. Go cut me a switch.
So how heavy is this trebuchet?
That is true.
Well, I'll say
now we're seriously considering heads.
Yeah, how
normal
heavy?
size Gryke, it's too big for normal size Gryke. But if
I'll tell you what's too big. You tell me how much it weighs.
Okay. So if you try to mount this, we'll do a strength check, and then
It's like on a harness or something, right?
Yes, but it's kind of like what's the rules for like armor? Like you can put it on, but it's like it slows you down or something. Or
Well, it's like armor just takes like time to don it, but otherwise there are no movement restrictions for armor. There's like stealth penalties for heavy armor.
No, but like if you're not proficient in it, like if you're a wizard and you want to put on heavy armor.
Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, you're going to be at like disadvantage on your attacks, but you're still not. You can still move freely.
I'll say, yeah, it's perfectly intact, and it's designed so that it fits kind of like a backpack situation over shoulders. Okay. So, Gryke, if you were to try to put it on like normally, it's just like it's a bit too big for the shoulders to.
Okay.
What am I thinking? It's
like a large bear.
You're strong, exactly. So yes. So if you're large bear, you get the feeling that would be much easier to mount this too. Okay. Like you can lift it up as normal Gryke, but it's like it's heavy.
Okay.
I'll say maybe 100 to 150 pounds range.
Okay.
So just with all the intricacies and there's metal involved, and all the wood, and so somewhere in that range. So yes, it's possible to just what is it called, deadlift it, but like if you were a large brown bear, way easier. Like way. Okay.
I will just kind of. I just kind of want to look it over and understand its design, and then I won't take it, or I won't push to take it with us. I want to see if I can recreate it at some point, but just understand its design, and maybe I can miniaturize it.
Nice.
Do I need to roll investigation or anything like that?
If you want to spend time with it, or you'd probably not have to if you wanted to take it. But if you want to, if you're just trying to eyeball it and like remember everything in a moment, sure, that's gonna be a really hard roll. But if you I would say like if you took it apart, yeah, exactly. If you spent time with it, then it would be something that you could. I'm imagining like a wizard copying over a spell. Like,
Gryke, can you take this with us to camp, and then I will drag this cultist.
That'll work.
You drag the big weapon. I'll drag this guy.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to study it. To use it with some downtime.
Okay.
Gryke, you don't even have to. There's farming equipment around. Several, not beasts of burden. I guess it would be a tool of burden.
Just like two long pole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sled type.
Okay.
Exactly. So you set up a makeshift sled, and you're like, oh, perfect. Well, this will work just fine.
Cool.
The orcs have piled their dead into a pile, and they've shared an ale together, and they're not singing but kind of chanting a certain prayers, and they'll set ablaze the pile of bodies and begin to mourn their dead, but not in a like the wake that you guys had a long time with the not like that, just more, well, shit, more of us are dead now.
I have the catapult spell. I wonder how I can combine these things.
Catapult trebuchet.
Now we just need to make explosives.
If you like coordinate an attack with a catapult, would you catapult it and fire at the same time so that it like
pull?
Boom! Yeah, exactly.
That's what we do. We have to get Null equipped to throw stuff into the catapult. The catapult launches the creature, and then Mando picks it out of the sky.
Well, like I was thinking in terms of like RP, for Mando's like technology transformations. Like this is how I get the catapult spell.
Nice. Oh. Nice.
So we heading off to make camp.
Yeah. So as we like leave and get out of eyesight and earshot of the orcs, I remind the group that there is supposedly a an abandoned place that's nearby where treasure's supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
So let's make camp kind of in between, so we can heal up and then go to that place next.
Works for me.
Mm-hmm. I pull up the ring as we're walking. It's like, I found this on the orc.
Ooh.
Or on the big guy in the pond.
Well, that's the Lord's Alliance, right?
I think so. It seems familiar from what I saw in the meeting with all the people in the bar.
Where did you get it?
I found it in the pouch with the big guy that is stuck in the pond, not looking so great.
He just had the ring in his pouch.
Well, he also had a cow and some other dead things in there, presumably to eat later as snacks.
Was the ring on the cow?
Oh, it was on a severed hand.
Oh.
Was it severed? I thought it was attached to a body, but the body had a cow on it.
Was it attached or was?
No, it was. No, it's not severed. It was.
Okay.
I was gonna say if you wanted to do a strength check to try to pull it out or off.
No. Okay. So no, it was attached to another body.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, I wonder who its owner was. Oh well.
I guess I'll keep it. I don't know what to use it for. Maybe it'll help us in the future as a disguise.
Or get us killed for having it. Who knows?
Maybe we can take it back to that Lord's Alliance lady and see if she knew who the owner might have been.
That's true. Yeah,
I don't really want to go back to the orcs right now.
Yeah.
It might seem a little weird.
Yeah, now that their songs are dying down, they might get a little, and they're fed, they might get a little rowdy. That's best not to be around that. We'll be heading back that way anyway to go in the direction of that tower for that Moresco fellow, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, we could probably swing by and on the way doubling back.
All right, let's make some camp.
Cute.
Were we gonna head back to the Tribord? Oh, you said you're near the Shrine of Savras.
Well, we're gonna start heading to the Shrine of Savras and probably stop halfway, as far as from what we can tell, is halfway.
Are we staying on the main road, like going to Coneyberry and then heading south, or like you gonna try to head directly from where you
I
are?
guess that hex in between is where I was thinking, but
I would think straight shot. I mean, the orcs did say Coneyberry's pretty scary, so.
Yeah, I don't want to go there at night.
Mm-mm.
Don't you know?
The wilderness will be better.
After a full rest, maybe.
Cool. So,
I'd say like right there, right in the middle.
Yeah. Let's say, oh man,
Don't put
that's
us
forever ago. This thing started at like this thing started at like midnight. The battle, the original battle, right? With the cultists.
Yeah, so it's probably 1 or 2 a.m. now.
Yeah, if not, I mean, all the discussions.
and-
So early morning, yeah. I would say witching hour at least 3. We're at 3 now. So if you were to leave there, I would say 1 hex over. What are these? 20 miles? What is this? 5 miles?
Probably 5.
Well, I mean, if
5 miles.
if they're 5 miles, then we'd stop like 2 miles away from
Yeah.
Butterskull Ranch, like not traveling too far.
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. You guys, this is an area south of the Tribord Trail, and which is in Coneyberry. So this is the landscape starts to change here. Leaving the more, I don't know, grassland, and it starts to get more hilly in this area. So you guys are kind of at the foothills, the beginnings of foothills. So. Kind of like if you've ever driven to Colorado, you're in the New Mexico of things right now.
I was born there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Not really. It's not Not that, it's just desert. There's nothing that goes on in New Mexico.
It's on the way to Colorado. So, yes, about so 2.5 miles. That's like not much time at all. Not even an hour, maybe, if that. So,
I mean, we are dragging something and Gryke's carrying something, so probably about an hour, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too long.
So maybe just before daybreak. Let's say early morning. You guys get there, and you want to take a? Are we going to sleep it off?
The Null would like to just enter sentry mode, I guess, or so, and just watch.
Yeah.
We have the guy with us still, right? The hostage, I guess we're calling him.
We've been dragging him. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stare at the hostage all night.
I will probably go to bed immediately and try and wake up early. I guess after I get my 6 hours of sleep and my 2 hours of like morning downtime, we'll use those 2 hours to inspect the trebuchet, take notes on its design, and in the morning I will take the catapult spell as one of my prepared spells for the day.
Nice. Yeah, that I like that better. That's spending that time and that care with it, and that's cool.
Hell yeah.
And we're taking. Okay, so Null holds the guy hostage there.
I'm just staring at him. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm guessing the way that Null, or at least most Warforges or so, end up in the whole thing is I guess if there's no seat or readily available chair to just sit in, it's more of like crisscross on the ground kind of thing. So you're just there.
Or what's the exercise where you do the seating against the wall, like the bend your knees and chairs? Null just does that, but with no support.
Just stands there. Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, we're all sitting. Okay, I'll do that." It's like, who's doing that?
Yeah. It's like the street performers you see that do that.
Yeah.
Now you're floating in midair. Holy crap!
As a part of my like investigation of the thing, I will have taken it apart.
Yes.
So it's now in pieces, and some of those pieces I've like taken and I've done a little tinkering and incorporated them into my armor.
Okay. Y'all would not believe what I just rolled for it. Just you can't write that.
That one?
No, I can't. No. So, all right. We finished our long rest, but now I would say the long rest has brought us to probably midday. No, probably afternoon of the following day.
So we're at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I mean, if we started a long rest at I'm assuming 5 or 6 a.m.
Yeah, that would track.
Yeah. So we'll
So much for getting up early.
walk the 5 hours, or I guess the 5 miles to the Shrine of Severus.
Okay.
Do we talk to the? I didn't talk to the cultists while we were waiting because I was deep in study and thought. But does anybody interview that guy?
Null was. I think Null needs about the same amount of time, 6 or 7 hours, for the sentry mode sleep. So he wakes up not too long after Mando does, and just, I guess, kicks the guy awake and starts answering or asking questions.
So I would assume he's still he's still gagged. So
Goes ahead and Null goes in and takes the gag out.
Oh, it's about time, you metal twat! What's up, man? Gotta do? Get some fucking water.
I don't carry water, so like, oops. Well, if you answer the questions, perhaps you do get water. Null says the guy.
Fuck off! And he'll try to spit at you, but there's no moisture in his mouth, so it's just and he's noticeably frustrated with himself and the situation.
Mando hears this and he'll kind of grab his water skin and throw it, like give it a nice lob so that Null can catch it.
Does Null catch this? Yes. Null okay. Null just catches it.
Here, this is water. Be quiet. I'm studying.
Null waves it, shows it to the guy, and so, here, water here.
All right, so he's bound. Are you like pouring it up on him, or are you letting him out of his manacles, or
no? I'm not letting him.
I think just teasing him with the fact that we have water and can give it to him.
So as soon as
it's an incentive to talk.
Oh, please. So I'm sorry for calling you a metal twat. You twat. It's just so you look so. Look at you.
You look like a metal twat. Great. Exactly what I was going for.
Water, please.
I guess what questions do we want to like? What were you doing there? That's the first question Null will ask.
I'm an initiate. It's my first day.
Okay, so your initiate was to burn down a farm?
I was. You cut down my brother. He's not my real brother, but he's my brethren. We're supposed to call each other brother. We're part of the howling hatred. I'm not sure. This was I'm very new. Please, water, please.
No hands the water. No pours water into the guy in his mouth.
Okay, so he'll like really lap it up, like every little drop. He's desperate to get it. And you can tell, like, you guys haven't had him that long, so it might be like he's been also malnourished even before you guys met up. He doesn't look great.
Right. What brought you into the Halloween hatreds? Null asks.
I didn't realize it was a cult at first. I just needed money. I just needed coin. I got kicked out of my house. My parents won't let me live there anymore. I didn't know how to make money. I ain't got a trade, so I went into this, maybe somewhere I shouldn't have gone, some back alley gambling, and then I met up with some blokes. And I got tied up with this cult, and like I said, this was my first mission. I fucked it up. I mucked it all up. Everyone's dead.
So you don't have any insight into what clans come forth? Or what clans are about to come down?
I don't know. Bruv, I'm sorry. I don't know clans. I barely know what we're about. They branded me, and he pulls out. He shows you the back of his hand, and it's really fresh, like it's still scabbing. The same logo as the Howling Hatred icon. They branded me. I didn't know that was gonna happen. We were all the new recruits. They lined us up. It all happened so fast, and it was in a room at this spire that they took us to. It seems like there's a lot of them all gathering there.
A spire? What do you mean spire?
There's a place they take us called Feathergale Spire.
Do you know where this is located?
Maybe I do. And he like looks at emotions at the water, like.
Null goes in and provides a little bit more water.
Yeah, he like laps it all up. Oh, y'all got any food too? Starving over here.
This isn't a bed and breakfast over here. continue answering the questions, and perhaps. Do you know where this peak thing is that they took you?
I'll tell you what.
Feather peak.
You let me go free, and I'll tell you. I'll draw you a map.
I'm good with directions. I don't trust fleshy people too much. No.
Anybody else? Yes.
No?
I've already said I'm preoccupied. I'm not gonna interrupt.
Gryke's still asleep.
So you get the idea. He doesn't know much
Mm-hmm.
About his situation or about like things in general.
Mm-hmm.
He seems resistant, or his survival's kicked in, so he's really just trying to flee and get away from you guys. You can see the panic in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Null would register that as panic or just big eyes.
Null's still figuring out. Null has a hard time with some facial expressions and emotions and stuff, just because of the nature of Null and everything. So he's learning. He knows some of the basics, anger and sadness, happiness, and everything. He may not immediately pick up on this person's fear, being the way they are.
Anything else? Do you press further, or?
Yeah, this person. I mean, it knows that as being this cold machine-like kind of thing. So he just answered the question. Null isn't trying to connect with this guy on any other level. So the whole thing of him trying to get away or persuade isn't necessarily working on this cold machine's face that he's staring at and communicating with.
So I'll tell you this. We'll fix that. So instead of not that. Whatever.
We'll fix this dead ass robot.
the guy, not Null. So earlier, instead of him saying "I'll draw you a map," he motions to his side. It's like, "Oh, look at my pocket there," or "Let me free," or "Look at I don't know." Then he motions to his like pouch.
Null goes over and grabs onto the pouch. And
so it's you pull from his pouch. It's a rolled up, not unlike the flyers, the bulletins that the Furious Five gave you guys. Soratha, that she handed you guys. So they kind of look similar to the notice board. The notices. Mm-hmm. I guess so. It's similarly shaped and kind of typography and design. Mm-hmm. In the same way you guys had quests labeled and described that way. It's kind of a recruitment flyer for Howling Hatred, and you see if you as you unfold it, actually. So the side that you're unfolding happens to be the back. So on that side is the emblem, and it's kind of that watermark, the Howling Hatred watermark on the back. So it's not ink; it's just like kind of raised.
It's not airbrushed.
Yeah. And on the other side that'll be the details of the initiation, and it looks like there was an event recently. Calling young people to misguided. Well, let me try to say this. I didn't have this ready, so I'm just bullshitting. So the flight would it's a call to action for. I mean, I can go and look at goarmy.com. We can just get some verbiage from it. But similarly, like Uncle Sam wants you, except it's instead of Uncle Sam, it's this. Person on the flyer. This is fun. So Null, I want you. So not Null, but Daniel. Imagine the Uncle Sam, recruitment. I want you. So that, but it's I don't have it ready. But you see a figure. Roll for history. Make a history check, please. And remember, I think you have a +2. Do you still have the journal on you?
I do.
You get a +2 to intelligence checks.
So my history is a +4 naturally. So that's a 16.
So even though it's a drawing, the markings are so distinct that you notice there's a woman in this Uncle Sam I want you pose, and however it is it looks oddly like y'all's co-adventurer Tyr'n, except imagine a female Tyr'n and she has wings.
Like a genasi?
You see an air genasi with similar what are they called? Stones and in the crown of her head, and a identical hairstyle as Tyr'n. So with the stones in the head and the face markings and the hairstyle, it's unmistakable. Like it's like, holy shit! Like what am I looking at? So Null, you see this?
Okay. I don't know what to make of this at the moment. I ask, I turn that around back at the guy and I ask, who's this? On the flyer.
That was the lady at she's one that done this, and he points at his burn mark. And I think she's some kind of important, like she might be in charge or something. I'm not sure.
Do we have a name?
I think it's Heresy. Heresy, I think.
I'm gonna have to call it for the night. I've got to get up early for work in the morning. Sorry, guys.
Or that's a good stopping point. I'll add music to make it sound important. Heresy, no way! No!
Name's Tyr'n.
Is she related? Could there be a family drama? Find out next time.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Well, Tyr'n doesn't remember who he is.
That is true.
Exactly.
That's funny.
He may not ever remember if you hadn't come to sessions.
I mean, like my main character, or well, my Friday night campaign is Tabaxi's got the same kind of issues. Although his is because of a magical item, not because of anything else. It's a homebrewed magical item too, so that's gonna be fun.
Y'all want to call it there, and then we start with dropping it on Shrine of Savras?
Yeah, I'm good calling it there.
Yeah, that works for me.
Later, guys.
Peace out. Now, next time I'll have the good cameras, everything.
I mean, we can't really tell all that much with the background.
You
get a little whitewashed every now and then, but that's about it.
Got Neverweakened or something. All right, cool. Well, thanks, y'all. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for it. You guys have a great one.
See ya.